The Enclave was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation. The likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse. The world is calmer now, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades of unrest. Weavers remain pariahs to this day. Most places tolerate us if we don't stay too long. While some weavers remember what it was like before the Surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago, but I'd be lying if I said it's lived up to all I hoped it would be. Stop! Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now, they've brought me here, where it all began. Oh.
Careful.
Thanks.
Bryn! Over here. What do you think?
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see the Veil, I wasn't picturing this.
No one's been this close in years. The base is shrouded in tangles. Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Veil's shadow for decades, but no one has found a route into it. Until now. You have no idea what I had to do to puzzle out this passage.
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave itself deeper into the shadow. I'll stay to oversee the camp setup. Why don't you take the preliminary scouting expedition?
Really?
Of course. It's important for the other weavers to see how you do in the field. The map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a watchtower deeper into the valley. Shouldn't be too far from where we are.
That's my first landmark, then?
Yes. It should help us get our bearings before we start the search for the Strand Road. And if you make any discoveries, that will endear you to the band.
For sure. I'd love to find my footing with the rest of them.
I'll act as the watcher on the scry and pull you back if anything gets too dangerous. Just steer clear of the tangles. Any questions before you head out?
The Strand Road?
A famous trade route into the Enclave that led straight to Denevron. The hub for bartering magical goods. Before the Surge, caravans used the Strand Road to enter and exit the Enclave with their goods. It's been completely submerged by tangles, unfortunately. Still, if we can get any closer to that passage, we will find rare artifacts lost in the Surge.
I know the scry is a standard device across Weaver bands, but my previous leader, Aaron, didn't really make use of ours.
He sent you on expeditions without it?
I mean, I wore the earpiece, but he didn't exactly stay close to the table at the camp while I was out.
That's incredibly dangerous. I'm surprised you're still alive.
Yeah. Anyway, mind explaining how it works in your Weaver band?
When you go on an expedition, you'll wear the earpiece, which allows me to communicate with you and give directions from the scry table. At the table, everyone will be able to watch your expedition and communicate with you as needed. The last, most important function of the scry is that it allows me to use magic to pull you back to camp when your life is in danger.
Right. That clears up anything I needed to know. I'll head to the watchtower.
Glad to hear it. You can head out then. No visuals on the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like you practiced. Dom?
I'm on it.
The veil. Even more impressive up close.
Just this should magnify the enchantment, and
Thanks. Got visuals back.
The veil shadow is incredible. Never seen anything like it.
Tangles. Beautiful.
And deadly. Give them a wide berth. The closer you get to the veil, the thicker they'll become.
its shadow is believed to be impenetrable.
Until now.
That wall is completely frozen.
We should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken.
So, if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Give it a moment to cool. Then you should be able to climb. Perfect. Knowing the watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road. You can come back to... What is that?
Coral. There were rumors of a living mineral that grew deep beneath the Enclave's surface. It seems they were true.
There's more of it in that cave. I could take a closer look.
Too risky to deviate from the plan. First outing was just to reach the watchtower.
This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the expedition. Beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Dan's right about it being a living mineral. I can feel it humming with magic.
Wait, I'm losing...
Aurea?
Brilliant connections back.
Was that a drink?
Yeah.
Pulling you out.
Mira's breath. I knew this was a bad idea.
We can't extract you.
Dharm, fix it. And Lane have tonics on standby for her return. Good. Head out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
It's an Ash Peak Drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a path. Good. Dawn's still working on the scribe, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the Vale, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it.
Aurea, that Drake's acting like...
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Nice work. Keep moving. Damn it, Casmin was right. That Drake is rutting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast. Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
If I'm reading the map correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
Vitality tonics on your belt. Take a swig if you need it. That Drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
That's the path.
You're doing great, Bryn. Final stretch.
That can't be an ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years, let alone outside the Veil.
The Archons never left the Enclave. Still, you need to get... You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan.
This isn't the strangest.
Got them. Hang on, Bryn.
Everything okay back there?
Change of plans, everyone! Pack up!
You're...
What? We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow that arc. We need to go. Now. Up ahead! Lead!
Fine, keep moving!
Guys, the arc!
Has anyone else noticed we're practically sitting on a loom gate?
That can wait, Dom. Aurea, you should be resting. If your wing doesn't heal, our point is out of commission.
That's what I need to address. While my wing recovers, Bryn will take over expeditions as our acting point.
You sure she's ready for all of this?
Bryn did face down an Ash Peak Drake and lived to tell the tale. I think we're in good hands.
Yes. I have every confidence that she will make a great point.
As long as we don't all die here first.
All my life, if I wasn't dreaming about becoming a point, I was working towards it. To do it alongside a renowned Weaver band, it's a chance to make history. I won't let you down.
That's the spirit.
Exactly. When we first set out to investigate the Veil's shadow, we had no idea we'd end up here. The Enclave was once a safe haven for all Weavers, and the pinnacle of innovation. Since the Veil went up, Weavers took the blame for decades of war. Stories that put children to bed preached the evils of our magic. All because of what happened here. We owe it to ourselves and to our brethren across the Maida to find out not just what happened, but why. Maybe then, Weavers can find our place in the world again. But first, survival. Bryn, that's you and me. Find me when you're ready. Adjourned.
The scry. The whole band gathers around when I'm away from camp. It's nice to have people literally watching my back. You've been busy.
It's a work in progress. Taking stock and all. We lost a lot of gear running for our lives. Speaking of, are you doing okay?
I'm fine. We all got through it safe. And in the process, we did the impossible. We breached the veil of the Enclave. Land of mystery and danger. I can't wait to get out there.
Treasures and glory, huh?
And bards singing our names.
Then I'd best make sure you stay safe enough to tell the tale. Oh, and listen. We've got your back, okay? All of right now, we need to focus on getting our feet back under us. And you need to get the lay of the land while we do.
Sev, how are you holding up?
Oh, fine. I mean, I'm trapped inside a magic bubble that's filled to the brim with life-threatening creatures. Also, left an entire known world behind, and I'll probably never see remnants of my past life again. But, you know, I'm fine.
It's okay if you're scared, Sev. I'm a little nervous myself.
Oh, good. Our point is worried. One person who's supposed to be fearless. Yeah.
Sev?
This apprenticeship is turning into more than I signed up for.
That is completely understandable. We're all reeling.
Yeah. You're probably right. Listen, I should get back to helping Sola.
I was talking with Sola earlier. She is a great listener. Maybe talk to her about how you're feeling too?
I wouldn't want to burden her.
She'd be happy to help.
I'll think.
Loom gates must need a massive source of magic to function. Instantaneous transit across hundreds of leagues.
Dom? Hello? Everything okay?
Brain, you are going to check out the Loom gate at some point, right?
Yeah, of course. I'll get around to it.
Good, good. Why it refuses to function is a mystery we must unravel together. A priority.
Not worried about our survival in an unknown land filled with volatile magic like the others?
Details. There is so much to discover, survival will take care of itself. Or Casmin will insist it does, at least. So, our acting point. Is your heart racing at the prospect of traversing these lost lands?
I just want the real action to start. I want to find the biggest, baddest creature in the land and I don't know, climb it, or tear its strands free, or chuck a boulder at its head.
Would you mind flipping the order of those last two? A boulder might wreak havoc with the integrity of the Strand.
For you, I'll think about it.
How thoughtful. You're going to make a great point, Bryn of Carnhaven.
Thanks, Dom.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, something else is tugging at my attention.
Loom gates.
Loom gates.
I wonder how this arc managed to get us through the Veil.
By the looks of it, it was a one-way ticket.
Well, the Enclave built many arcs and other magical constructs. I've never heard of one designed to repel Drake's breath, though.
You think we might find another arc that could help us escape?
Or possibly repair this one? It must be special somehow. As Aurea said, the arcs never left the Enclave, yet this one did.
We know as much as we can from looking at it. Time to start exploring if we want to find answers. Lane, you seem lost in thought. Settling in all right?
Oh, Bryn. Yes, I am. And you? I notice you've been checking in with the others at the camp.
You did? Are you spying on me?
Oh, of course not. It's my vocation to observe. Not just you, everyone. In fact, if you'd like, I can tell you a little about the others. You are newer to our band, after all.
Given that I'm the newest member, how do you think I fit in?
It speaks volumes that Aurea trusts you with taking over the expeditions this soon. I would have thought Casmin might take over in this interim period instead of you.
Casmin?
Up until about 6 months before you joined, Aurea was training her to become her replacement as Point. It was going well, then out of nowhere the training ended, and Aurea began searching for a new Point. I don't know if it was Aurea's decision or Casmin's, but either way, I suppose it's all for the best. You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Casmin hasn't been the most welcoming towards me. I wonder if she could be upset that I'm the new Point.
Knowing Casmin, if she has a problem with you, it won't be long before she confronts you about it.
Ah, great. I've traveled with the Weaver Band before, but it wasn't quite as functional as this. What makes this one run so smoothly?
The obvious answer is Aurea. Not only is she a strong Point and leader herself, but her mother is one of the most famous enchantresses of our time. She's grown up surrounded by excellence.
Wow. Still, it sounds like a lot to live up to.
If it is, Aurea makes it look easy.
You said Aurea is the obvious answer to this band's success. Is there a not-so-obvious answer?
Ah, yes. While Aurea runs the field, when it's time for the caravan to move, it's Casmin who takes over. She used to be a quartermaster on the docks of Don Brennick, facilitating relief efforts for the Yudean Federation. With the speed she can pack a caravan, it's no wonder that Aurea trusts her to take over when it's time to move.
Before joining, I knew Aurea's band was renowned for its top-notch techniques in weaving. Why do you think that is?
To keep a Point's expedition gear competitive, you need a smith and an enchanter working in perfect harmony. And there's never been a pairing more harmonious than the union of our enchanter, Dan, and our smith, Sola.
They are sweet together.
Did you know Sola is descended from nobility in the Sansa Empire? Shame her family lost their fortune, though I suppose that's why she's so down to earth.
Are both Dam and Sola from Sansa?
No. In fact, Dam hails from Renland, where magic is completely forbidden. I often wonder if Dam's fascination with enchanting would be as obsessive if magic wasn't dogmatically kept from him as a child.
Sev is relatively new to the team too. Has Sola taken on smithing apprentices before him?
No, she's never had an apprentice before. I don't know how he came to be her apprentice either. No one seems to.
That's a little odd, isn't it?
Not really. Typically, Ram are very secretive, culturally speaking. Sev may remain an enigma. I wish he would open up, though. I'd like to learn more about his people.
Lane, offering insight about the others is nice, but I came here to talk about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Tell me about yourself.
There's not much to know, really. I suppose I'm the typical third child to a second son of a patriarch of a minor mercantile house in Judea.
What?
I've enjoyed the experience of growing up in a family embroiled in feuds so long-standing that no living relative can recall inciting incidents firsthand. At a young age, scholastic endeavours became my escape from the familial turmoil until I could finally leave home, and so on and so forth. Nothing but a classical presentation of third child issues in a Judean mercantile family.
Right. And how are you feeling since we entered the Enclave?
Truthfully, I'm not sure. Nothing's really wrong, but never mind.
You sure? Whatever's on your mind, I'm happy to listen.
Yesterday, entering the Enclave in our lifetime seemed impossible, yet today, here we are. It strikes me as an opportunity that was profoundly easy to miss. That's all. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Hey, Casmin. Recovering from our wild entrance into the Enclave?
Save it, okay? I know I should have been more prepared to move.
Hold on, that's not what I...
If I had been more prepared, we wouldn't be missing half our supplies. With more supplies, I could have done a better job patching up Oria's wing. If I had fixed her wing properly, we wouldn't be in unknown territory with a point who...
Whatever it is, just say it, Kaz.
You're no Oria. I'm sorry. But she has more experience and who knows what's out there.
Ah, Kaz, come on. How hard can it be? I'll do a little exploring, wrangle patterns off some creatures, and...
People could die, Bryn. You, Lane, and Oria almost died. Or is that not sinking in for you?
Kaz, slow down. I didn't mean...
Oh, what? Didn't mean to joke about the lives of people you've known for a minute and I've known for years. Oria had her reasons for choosing you. Who knows what they are, but I'm trying to trust her. Can't you at least take this seriously?
Well, I do. Look, I'm sorry I upset you.
Forget about it.
Kaz.
I think I just need to be alone right now.
So this is a loom gate.
The Enclave constructed these for transit. Oh, imagine being able to travel leagues instantly. If only it were working.
There's no sign of damage. It just seems inert.
Deactivated, perhaps? Or simply lacking the energy such a powerful enchantment would need.
You'd know better than any of us. If we could get it working, though.
Oh, the possibilities. All the places we could go. Oh, to hold the hand of my most darling wife as we whisked around the Enclave. Metaphorically, of course. The loom gates famously moved people one at a time. Too dangerous otherwise, I imagine.
You're cute together. It's great to see a couple that shares such a love of their work with one another.
Who could have it any other way?
After being together for 7 years, we're bound to have something in common.
Come, my love. There must be something in the archives.
I was impressed by how you handled that drake outside the Vale.
A little terrifying, I will admit.
But you kept a cool head and didn't let it get the better of you. Not everyone can do that.
So after all the legends, this is it. The Enclave.
Legends for you, maybe. Some of us trained under weavers who were born here. Still, it is surreal to see it for myself now. You're going to be out there, exploring. Promise to take it all in for me.
You must be devastated that your wing is holding you back.
I can't deny that my heart breaks at the prospect of being stuck behind the scry. But knowing I've found the right replacement helps. Besides, this wing won't keep me down for long. I'll be back out there soon enough.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Anyway, enough with the sentimentality. For your first expedition, we need to get the lay of the land. Thankfully, Lane Free has an old map of the Enclave to help us get our bearings. It's 60 years old, pre-Surge. No chance it's accurate, but that's where you come in.
I'll update it as I go.
Exactly. We've made camp in what was once a way station for caravans entering the Enclave. Just below us is Glintwood Hollow, a valley on the outskirts of the Enclave. I've scanned it from the Overlook, and we've got 2 landmarks of note. A second loom gate, and what appears to be a giant statue, possibly an ark.
You can see it from here? Must be massive.
If either is functional, Dom will throw you a party. I'll be with you on the scry. With fewer tangles, we're hoping the connection will be stronger. The path is down by your tent.
I'll head out now.